Okay, fellow Action PC gamers, this is Spooky once again, and we are doing a YouTube video to show you how to load basketball player photos and courts this time. As you've seen on YouTube, I have a baseball one, and I will be doing football and hockey also to show you how to do it, but for today, it's basketball. So the first thing you need to do is just one of the sites I go to get pictures and photos. I mean, there's many of them. You can see them listed on the forums a lot. Is PC Ballpark Backgrounds. They have all the sports, stadiums, photos, people who have made homebrew games. It's a great site. You should put it in your favorites so that you always have it. If you go to the basketball and click on the basketball, you will see that there's many things here. I mean, there's women's seasons, this is basketball logos, NBA logos. What I did was I downloaded the current ones, Adam Ginsburg's 2010, 2011 logos. You can pick any one you want. You can put them all in the folder and choose the ones you want. Whatever you want. I'm just trying to show you how to do it. So what we did first is you click on that. Now that takes you to My Files page, and as you can see, 2010-11 logos. You clicked on it, took you to MediaFire, which is a spot that a lot of people use to store files for people to come and download. Click to download. Now, like I've said on my videos before, I always put my stuff I have in my documents. I have a action baseball, action basketball, football, and hockey. And these are the places that I put extra seasons, photos, anything that I need, so I know where they are. Easily, you can back it all up then by just putting it on a flash drive. It's real simple that way. Well, I have already downloaded it into this folder. As you can see, it says 2012 logos. There it is. Okay, so I won't do that this time. I just wanted to show you, and of course they always try to give you something else to download. We will go back to the PC Ballpark because I want to show you something with that later. Now you go to where you put the photos. Like I said, my documents. There it is, Action Basketball. There it is, 2010, 2011 logos. Well, you need to extract that out of the zip folder. Click, right click, extract, and then I just extracted them to this same folder here, which I did, and it extracts them. There they are right there. Okay, there they are right there, NBA 2010-11 logos. Double click to open that. Now for some reason he had multiple folders in here, but there it is, team logos. And as it says finished logos, raw logos. The raw logos I looked at, they were all GIF. I only do things in JPEG, so I didn't even bother with those. You open up the logo folder that you wanted, and as you can see, there are all the logos. And it not only has the team logos, but it has alternate logos. If you notice, there's probably 2 logos for every team. Alright, now what you need to do here is you need to move these logos to the data DK Sports data folder for basketball. So what you do is you copy. Well, first off, you select all. Chooses all of them. Then you copy. Now you need to move them to the folder, so you go to your DKS Sports data folder. There it is, wherever you have it in your system. Go to basketball, and there you will see team logos. Open that folder. You notice it's empty. It comes empty because it's probably one of those things Dave would have to pay for the licensing of all those logos, so he doesn't give you any one, or some of the games have generic ones in there that are no good, so I just usually take them out and then I transfer my own in there. Paste the logos in there. There they are. Alright, so they are now in the team logo folder. Now you would do the same thing if you wanted to put college logos in there. You would get the folder, copy, paste them into the logos, and then put them into the game. Alright, now to show you how you put them into the game, you now go to basketball game. I actually have the 95 season open. I'm a big fan of the Bulls. You know, I'm not a big basketball fan, but you know, in Chicago with Michael Jordan, couldn't help but buying just those couple of years. You go into the team information under organize. I'll show you that again. You go up here to organize. Team information, and you notice there's all the teams listed in that season. Right here in the middle it says team logo. Alright, so don't worry about the courts yet, we'll get to that, but team logos. Now, first team is Atlanta. Now the Hawks, you would have the alternate. As I was saying, that you see, you bring up, there's the alternate logo or the regular Atlanta Hawks team logo. You can decide what you want. You put it in there and assign the logo, and now the game will use that logo for the Atlanta team. Also, if you notice up here in the names, Dave just put Atlanta. You can go in here, and the city would be the first one naturally, but under the second one, you can take that out of there and put Hawks in there. Okay, because then this way, when you open up the game, it will say Atlanta Hawks. Alright, and always don't use the X to get out of there. Always hit OK. OK is kind of like the save button. So let's do a couple of these. I'll show you again. Pick Boston. Don't worry about the courts. I'll show you how to get better looking courts than that. Boston Celtics. Assign the logo. You can go up here and change this if you want. It's completely up to you. You can do anything you want. Celtics. We'll do one more for you. Charlotte Bobcats. So you could either use the alternate logo or that team logo. I kind of like those. Those are fancier. Assign. Go in here and change the name. Bobcats. And there it is. And like I said, always use the OK. Now if you notice down here, you can have coaches photos you can put in there. They'll pop up there. I'll show you that later. I don't have any of the coaches photos, but it would be the same as doing the player photos, which I will show you in this video. You can also change the colors of the letters up here if they don't show up nice, or the team. You use the foreground and the background, and just like it says, choose your colors. Okay, and you can make them any colors you want. But for now, let's do one more. Let's do the Bulls. There's the Bulls. Assign. Change the name. Bulls. Like I said, hit OK is kind of a save. And then the same thing, always close out of the game before you go back and check something, because that's kind of like a save a save mechanism also. Reopen the game. As I said, just go in here and open Boston. There you go. You see the logo is there. Okay. Same with, we'll open up Chicago. You see, there's the logo is there. Alright, and then it says Bulls. That was the name you added. Otherwise, it would have just said Chicago up there. Okay, so that is how you do that. Now to show you how to do the courts, I did the same thing. I went into PC Ballpark, and I went down here, and you can see there's his logos and jerseys, and he also put courts in here. If you come down here, you'll see somebody previously put courts in here. If you notice, they're for 05-06 season, so these haven't been updated. It's your choice. You can put anything you want in there. There's court files here for college. Okay, well, right here at the bottom was Adam Ginsberg 2010-2011 courts. I always like to use the current thing. Same thing, you click on it, took you to Mediafire. You click on the download. To download it, like I said, I always put my stuff in documents when it comes to stuff like this. There's basketball, and if you notice, I have already moved this here. There it is, NBA Courts 2010-11 zip. So I won't download it again. Drop out of these. Go back to here because I will want to show you for the photos. Now, once again, I go to my documents where I put it. I go to my Action Basketball folder, and there it is, NBA Courts. Now I haven't unzipped this one yet, so I will show you. Extract. Like I said, I want to unzip it to this file. Now you could unzip it right into the Courts file and then copy and paste from there, but I'd rather do it here. This is where it's saved. I know where it's at. Just hit extract. Sure enough, there it is, NBA Courts. It's unzipped them. Now you do the same like you did with the logos. You double click, you open the courts, and there's all the courts with their names and of course the year on there. You would do the same thing. You select all or highlight them all. Copy. You go to your DK Sports data folder, basketball, and here it is, courts. Now you see the courts that are already in there are the generic courts that DK Sports puts in there. They're very generic. They just look like a basketball court with the name on it. There's no logos. There's no fancy. The college ones are also in here. So, you know, you can use either ones. It's up to you. But I know for myself, I like to get a little better looking ones. So you already selected and copied. You want to paste them, and there they go. They showed up right down here at the bottom. You see them? Now, to put them into the game, you do it the same way basically that you just did the logos. Open the game. Open the game. Come up to organize. Team information. There you go. Now you see the other courts, the APC courts that were already in there, but if you go down to what the ones you just put in there, there you go. You will notice them at the bottom. Alright, and what you would do is the same thing like you did. You choose Atlanta, Atlanta Hawks. There's the court, kind of nice looking, huh? And you assign the court. Go to Boston. You see, that's what the generic APC court looks like, just Boston. Doesn't have a logo or anything, but there you go. TD Garden. Nice little fancy. Looks better in the game. Also, you can do Charlotte the same way. There you go. Like I said, we'll do the Bulls. There's the generic one. Looks a lot better. And you would have to do these for all the teams. And you would just go through there and assign all of them. Alright, then like I said, always hit OK to save. And then follow that with closing out the game to just make sure. Reopen the game. Now to show you that the court does come up here, we will go to exhibition just so we don't start anything. Let's do Chicago at home, and just you can pick anybody. Boston as the other team. Hit play. You're all set there. Alright, just close this out to start the game, and there you go. You have the Bulls. And of course you notice there are the logos that you put in. There's the court that you put in. It would be the same for everybody as long as you go in there and do it all. Are you sure? Yes, we close that out. And that is how you do that. Now, to show you the photos, basically the same kind of thing. Once again, we would go back to wherever you got it. I mean, if you get it from a different site, you make the pictures yourself, whatever. But like I said, I use PC Ballparks. If you go to the basketball, this gentleman, Aristoteles, has made some beautiful pictures. I've used them for the hockey game, for baseball. A lot of them look very similar to the cards that come out from Topps or Upper Deck. It adds a little bit different to the game. They're not just headshots. I'm sure there's some headshots, but most of them look action. So what I did was I already downloaded. Have you noticed there's some other ones in here before? I don't know how old these are. I think they only go up to 09, 010, where Aristotle's is already up to 12. I downloaded the 95 to show you because that's the season I had, the 1995. So same thing. Hit the zip. Took you to the Mediafire again. Once again, I put them in my Action Basketball. If you notice, basketball, it says 95 zip, but you want to make sure that you don't mix it up, okay, with the season. So it's 95 basketball photo zip. All right. So I already downloaded it. Just wanted to let you see that so that you see how to do it. Gives you more than one time looking at it. And it's the same all the time. Now, you go to where you put the photos, Documents, Action Basketball, and there you'll notice 95 basketball photo zip. Excuse me. I will do the same thing here. I want to think that, okay, I might have already moved them into the photo album. You go into DK Sports, your basketball. Open up the photos. Yes. I extracted the folder here into the 1995. And these photos did not have the year in them. Now the problem is that the basketball game as of right now does not have the choice to make separate subfolders like the baseball does. So you can't make a folder for every season. So you have to put all these pictures in the one player photo. And if you do that without putting a year in there, you're going to end up constantly having photos. You're going to end up with 10 Michael Jordans. And they're all going to have a number 1 or a number 2 or a number 3 behind them, and you'll have to assign them for each year. If you put the year in there, I will show you how it works, and the game will recognize the year. While showing you, going back to where I had these pictures, it's in there. Oh, that's the season folder. There's the folder for the pictures. Open up the pictures. If you notice, it had, I added these. I used the program that I have, Master Renamer, and I added at the end the 1995. It's easy to do. If you have a problem, email me. The link for the Master Renamer is on the About page at my YouTube page, and you can download it. Real simple, real easy. It's free. And I've used it to rename all kinds of files and add numbers and change pictures, names, and all kinds of good stuff. So it's a very useful program. And naturally, what I did was extract it to the DK Sports basketball player photos. And as you see, there's all the pictures. Okay. I did that typical select, copy, then I just backtracked one to the player photo and hit paste, and it put all the pictures in here. As you see, they are in here and also in the folder all together. Alright, then you just close out of this. Once again, you go back to the game, open the game. Now what you would need to do here, it's a little different. You would need to go into League Tools right there. And right here, it's just like the baseball, the football, the hockey, they're all the same. You would have to choose what kind of names you have on those pictures. Alright, as you notice right now, there's usually pictures that pop up down here. They're not here. It's not been assigned. So these were first name, last name with the underscore. You have to check that. And then you would also have to check with the year and the name, or was it the name and the year? And always remember, it's not an underscore between that. It's just a dash. So don't add the names with the years with an underscore. It won't work. Okay? Check that. All right? And then hit default photo names. It'll ask you if that's the way you want it assigned. It's been reset. Okay, and like I said before, always close the game out. I use the exit, not the X button. And it will kind of save that setting. Go back in there. There you go. You already see that the pictures have popped up down in the bottom. To show you again for players, here we go. We'll go to the Bulls and Jordan. There's his picture in his roster page. Okay, so there you go. You're all set for putting pictures in there. You could do every season like that, add the year on there, and they'll come up for every different year as long as the year is according. And it goes by the first, not the second year. It's 95, 96, 97. It would be that way. All right, and then they would be separate pictures each year to have a different picture, and you don't have duplicates. Once they add the option, if they do for the subfolder like the baseball has, then if you want, you could go back and make a folder for every season, put those pictures in the folders instead, and do it however you want to do it. I mean, that's why I save it to that Action Baseball folder I have, basketball folder I have. This way you can go back and redo the pictures if you wanted to simply. You don't have to try to copy and paste them all out of the same folder. You saved it somewhere else already. Alright, and that goes to show you how that's done. Now if you should go in and find somebody that a picture doesn't pop up, then that means he doesn't have one. So you could either kind of go out onto the internet. I don't know if I'll find, there you go, Rick Fox doesn't have one. So you could go onto the internet, find a picture, save it in JPEG form, put it yourself in the folder, and it would pop up. That's up to you. You know, some guys don't get every picture like Eric Cottle used. He used the Topps hockey card there. If you noticed that they were the cards. If you notice there, you can see it on the bottom, his name and stuff. There's the Topps logo in the corner. So not every card for every player is made every year. So you might have to do a little work on your own. That's up to you, but you will have the majority of them, especially for the names who you know have played. Okay. Now why there is no picture for Anthony Hardaway, I would not know. Let's look under Orlando. Maybe this is his first season and he was a rookie. That's another thing that happens usually if, yeah, see, he might have been a rookie that year. So that's when the names don't show, the pictures don't show up if it's their first year or they just weren't printed by Topps. But this is how you do it. This is how you put the logos, the courts, and the photos in there for you. And I thank you very much. I hope this was very helpful, and stay tuned. I will be doing more of these videos for all kinds of different things in the games. Thank you very much, and have a good day.